Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nelo and you're watching Nelo Stitches. Today we'll be making this lovely dress you're seeing on the screen. If you're new to my channel, please like, share and subscribe. And I made use of 2 yards of African print and 1 yard of crepe material, even though I didn't finish the 1 yard for the crepe. Okay, so but I got 1 yard of crepe and 2 yards of African print. If this is what you're interested in, please keep on watching, like and share this video. Thank you. So here is my fabric folded into 4. Okay, I fold into 2 like this first of all, and then I fold again this way. That's 4 fold, right? So next I'm going to be using 20 inches for the sleeve, but I minus 2 inches for the ruffle that you attach. So what I have here is 18 inches. Okay, 18 inches. So I minus 2 inches for the ruffle, and for the neckline I'm using 3.5 for the neck width, and the neck depth for the back I'm using 1.5, and the neck depth for the front I'm going to make use of 11 inches. Okay, make use of 11 inches for the front neck depth, and there I'm going to go in by 1 inch. Okay, 1 inch. So I'm going to connect the back neckline, and you can also connect your front neckline, but I left it. I went ahead to do my shoulder slant of 1.5, and I'll connect that to the neck width like this. Okay, so next I'm going to be taking my waist measurement. From my starting line I'm going to mark the waist length of my client, which I'm making use of 17 inches. Okay, and from that 17 inches I'm going to mark 9 inches for her hip line. This is for the hip line, and for the full length of this dress is 35. The full length is 35, but I'll be taking out 5 inches for the ruffle. The full length is 35. I'll be minusing 5 inches for the ruffle, so I'm supposed to mark 30, but I added 1 inch for sewing allowance, joining allowance, so I'll be marking 31 instead of 30. Hope that is clear. So here I'm marking the full length, which is 31. Next, I'll be marking the sleeve opening, which I'm making use of 9. That's her round sleeve divided by 2 plus 1 inch for sewing allowance, 9. On that point, I'm going to mark 17 instead of the full length that is 18. Okay, the shoulder that is 18, you take out 1 inch, so it's 17. Then I connected it to the shoulder line, and on that point, I'm going to draw a straight line there so that I can mark her bust divided by 4, her bust measurement. Okay, so here I'm connecting the neckline. Remember I went in by 1 inch here, so from that point you connect to the neck width like this, right? And then I'm going to mark her bust divided by 4, which is 10.5, plus 2 inches for sewing allowance, 1 inch for ease, 1 inch for sewing allowance. You can decide to make yours free. She wanted her own fitted. So here I'll be marking her waist divided by 4 plus the same 2 inches for sewing allowance. On the hip line, I'll also mark the hip divided by 4 plus 2 inches for sewing allowance. Okay, you can do 1.5 and use ½ inch for your ease. Okay, all depends on you. So the same thing I marked on the hip, I'm going to mark on the hemline, and then I'll connect all my points together like this. Okay, if you want yours very free, you can make that free, but my clients, I even went ahead to shape more because she wanted it fitted. Okay, so this is that. Next, I'm just going to connect my sleeve armhole line. Okay, going to connect the armhole line. I'm just trying to explain. So here I'm going to come down by 2 inches, and at this angle, from this point you mark 1 inch inward like this, okay, just to get a nice curve, and then you connect from the 2 inches to the 1 inch and to the line like so, and we are done cutting. So next you cut your neckline, the back neckline. First of all, cutting your shoulder, make sure to add ½ inch for sewing allowance. So that is what I am doing. I'm adding my 1/2 inch for sewing allowance, and then I'll go ahead to cut the side. Okay, cut out the excess from the hem to the side. Okay, so here I'm cutting out the excess on the armhole sleeve side, and next I'm going to notch for my pocket. From the waistline you come down by 7 inches for the pocket, and I'm going to notch that point, notch, and then also notch on the waistline like this, and I'll bring out the inside one so that I can cut out my front neck line. So now I'm going to cut the front neckline. Okay, so next we are going to be joining this together. So here I want to cut my pocket. I just got the pieces and I'll measure 7 inches. So this is 10. I'm going to take out 1.5 on both sides, 1.5 here, 1.5 here, and then you just connect. So for the width, the depth of your pocket is depending your choice. It's solely on your choice. Okay, so here I'm just connecting it with a curve like this, very simple. Okay, so you can make yours wider, longer, but make sure that the point that will fit to the dress is 7 inches. Okay, the part that will fix to the dress must be 7 inches, but it can be wider, longer at the other side. Okay, depend on your choice. Excuse me. So this is 4 pieces. I'll just go and sew this here and I'll stop. So 1/2 inch before the end, I'll stop also 1/2 inch before that point. Okay, so here is the dress. I'm going to join the 2 shoulders, right side facing each other, join with 1/2 inch like this. Okay, so here I've done that, and I'm going to measure the neckline. Okay, measure around the neckline like this. So you're going to measure the neckline so that we can cut our what is it called? Is it collar? Will I call that collar or something? So I'm measuring the neckline right now. Okay, so here it is 34, but I added excess. I make it like 30. So this is 2 inches. Okay, the width is 2.5, right? The width is 2.5, and when you open it up is 5 inches. When you close it is 2.5. So that after sewing you'll be having 2 inches. Okay, after sewing you'll be having 2 inches. The length I said is longer than the what I measured. Okay, so that is better to have excess than not enough. So I make it longer. Make it longer. As you can see, it's 40. Okay, it's longer. So I'm going to start sewing this way. Place it on the right side of your dress. Start sewing from the right side like this, and then you attach your band, or is it collar? Is it band or collar, should I call it? So whatever you call it, just attach it around, and remember to add your hairstay in it. So I added an interface into that strap. Okay, so here I'm going to notch this way like an angle. Just notch like an angle at the tip, the end where you sew. Notch like an angle, and then you push this inside like this, like so. Can you see that? And it will relax better. It will relax very well when you notch. Okay, so don't notch too much, just a little bit, like an angle, as you can see. So here I'm just going to close this up, hold it together, and sew this way. Okay, so I'll do that and I'll be back. So here I've done that, and I'm just going to cut out the excess I have here. And for the sleeve, sorry, So I cut out the excess I have here, and next I'm going to move on to the sleeve area. Okay, so make sure you give it a good press. So for the sleeve, remember I said I minused 2 inches from the sleeve. So you measure this part, whatever you get, you cut times 3 or times 2 of it, because you're going to be pleating. So it's better to cut times 3. Then when you pleat, anyone that is remaining, you can just trash that, okay? Cut it out, I mean. So here the width is 5 inches. Unfold is 2.5. So after joining it, I will be having my 2 inches. So I'm just going to be pleating like this, and so up to this end. I said the width of this pieces is 5 inches. Unfold is 2.5. So after sewing, this is what you will have. So next you just turn it like this and top stitch on the dress, not on the sleeve, not on that pleat. Top stitch on the dress, okay, so that it will lay flat and better. Then next you're going to shape your dress. Start from the sleeve part and you shape down to where you notched your pocket, the waist side. Okay, so I'm going to show you that. Start sewing here using your 1 inch. Stop here that you notched, and then you come down to the hips, the other side that you notch, and continue this point here. So you're going to leave the pocket open. Start sewing down to the hem. Okay, so you do the same thing to the other side. Sew and stop here. You jump to the other notch and continue your stitches down to the hem. You do the same to this other side. So here I've done that, and so sorry about the lower part. When I was saying it, my camera was not capturing and I wasn't aware. So what I did was to measure the wideness of the hemline, measure round the hemline, the wideness of the hemline, round it, and then you cut times 3 or times 2 of it, depending on how full you want your fillet to be, your ruffle to be. So I cut times 3 for this, times 2.5 for this, and then for the length of the ruffle, remember we minus 5 inches, so that 5 inches I added extra 2, that's 7 inches. I folded the down part with 1 inch and used the other allowance to join it to the Ankara, to the African print. Okay, so when you measure it now, you'll be having 5 inches or 5.5 or so. Okay, so that is what I did. Remember we minus 5 inches for that. That is what I use here, and I added extra 2 inches. I said I use 1 inch for folding of the ruffle. Okay, so next we are going to be fixing our pocket. So for the pocket, here it is. I have sewn it the way I showed you guys. You sew round, leave ½ inch here and start sewing round, and you stop ½ inch before the end. So this is the other one too. Sew round and stop ½ inch before this point. Okay, so here is how to fix it. So this is the opening we left for the pocket. So what you do is to attach your pocket right side facing right side. Okay, the right side of the fabric, the right side facing right side, like this. Okay, you're going to sew like this. Okay, you sew from here down, you flip to the other side and attach this other side also. And that is all, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and share this video, and I will see you in my next tutorial. I love you guys. Bye.